Slope, a game where you roll down a hill. Simple, right? Well, not for me. Look at this loser. Why don't I make it from scratch and play it then? Making a new Unity project and add cube. Yes. Now I reset its transform and we get going. So somehow I've managed to forget completely and utterly how to make a game. So I go to my one and only option, Google. So I finally found a tutorial and started to get to work. So I finally finished writing the script, and now it was all basically trying to get the camera to work. So I had lots and lots of angles. You know, I finally connected it to the sphere, and then we came into a few errors. I finally came across a tutorial that helped me figure out why the error was happening, and the camera now follows the object instead of, you know, just being straight connected. And yeah, I decided to go into Blender to try and make some models, and then I realised I'm bad at 3D modelling. I can't do anything in Blender, so I quit after a while. So after that tragic incident of realising I can't do anything in Blender, I decided to move straight back to Unity and building with cubes. I then spent the next age and a half playing the slope game to try and get the gravity and the movement pretty much spot on. And finally, after that hour of time, I decided I couldn't get that done now, so I decided to move on to the next factor, which was dying when you fell off, and so I made a cube. Yeah. Finally, after another decade of programming, I came to a point where I realised the internet's bullshit sometimes. You can't find anything. So I had to figure out how to get a mesh to completely fit on my cube. And at this point, I finally figured it out and I could move on to everything else. So here you see me, you know, going around the internet looking for 3D models for a landscape. And then I realised, well, all these aren't like the slope game. And their ones are just cubes. So I tried a landscape, didn't work, and here we are now figuring out that I need to just use cubes. And finally we made it to the point where we had a skyline, it was all working, it looked pretty good even without textures, and then I started working on making the map. And so finally I started making the death mechanism, and so I added red boys. Yeah, pretty cool. And they make you go poof when you die. Now the next thing I did was make some particles with Unity's particle system. Oh, you don't know what Unity's particle system is? It's only the only thing in the entire universe where you could make anything you want. It can make anything. Well, we have one problem. I've never really used Unity's particle system before. So it's time for some Google. Okay, so the next bit is a bit boring to watch, so I'm going to save you guys a bit of time, and also me a lot of time, by cutting it all out and explaining it now. Basically, all that happened, I made more red boys, a bit of a map, made the main menu, just a play button, and that's it really. And the next bit you're seeing here is me just doing a bit more refining on the code, a bit more main menu stuff, you know, the normal things that makes the game a bit better than it already is. Okay, so now I'm just finishing off, you know, making the map. I've got currently, at this point in time, the ramps are being made, you know, all of that. Then and halfway through I realised, crap, graffiti ain't good, so, you know, I messed around with that. Made more red boys. And yeah, that's basically the commentary for the next part. Okay, so here we have me doing normal things, such as totally not taking people's work and chucking it into my own. I had JK lol, finding textures go however Danny does that. Still can't do it.
Block! Oh, big block! Long boy! No, stop it, Danny. You can't just place big blocks everywhere and call it a haha map.
Oh, that's how. Okay, so I got really stuck because I was not about to put that texture onto every single block in the scene. So I went onto the Redefined Discord server and started asking Zoofy and Mithy, hey, how'd you do this? And then somehow I figured it out on my own. So finally I had all the textures working, and I then created a score script which was very boring to watch. It's just a 3-second timer, and then it increases itself And then after that, I finished the game. You know, it was done. I know the final half of the video was probably less interesting, but you know, I cannot spend another 3 hours editing. So here we are, you know, publishing it on my page, doing a lot of file stuff, and boom, yeah, that's it really. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash like. Didn't, smash dislike. And if you enjoy the content, subscribe and share it with all your friends.